Hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Chemical Adda. In this video, we'll learn about one of the most important topics from chemical reaction engineering, called the design equation for plug flow reactor. So by the end of this video, you'll understand what is a plug flow reactor, how it works, and how to derive its design equation step by step, both in terms of conversion and concentration. Then we will also learn how to interpret it graphically and see how the area under the curve gives the reactor volume needed for a desired conversion. But before we start deriving the equation, let's first understand what is a plug flow reactor. So a plug flow reactor, also called as a tubular reactor, is one of the types of reactors commonly used in industry, in addition to the CSTR and batch reactors. Then it is also a type of continuous reactor, where reactants flow through a cylindrical pipe and reaction occurs as the fluid moves along the length. So basically, a plug flow reactor is a long pipe, or tube, through which the reactants flow continuously in one direction. Then in plug flow reactor, the fluid moves in the form of imaginary plugs, which means that there is no mixing along the length of the pipe, that is in axial direction, but there is perfect mixing in the radial direction. Because of this, the composition, temperature, and conversion change continuously along the reactor length. Then as the reactants travel along the reactor length, their concentration decreases, conversion increases, and the reaction proceeds gradually until they leave as products. And because of this unique flow pattern, the plug flow reactor often gives a higher conversion per unit volume compared to a continuous stirred tank reactor, or CSTR. Then industrially, PFR are very important. They are used in petroleum refining, polymer production, oxidation reactions, and even in wastewater treatment. So now that we have a clear idea about what a PFR is and why it is important, now let's move on to derive the design equation step by step. So to derive the design equation, or performance equation for plug flow reactor, let's take material balance on mole basis for any component A on differential element of volume dV. But why we take differential element of volume dV in PFR and not the whole reactor volume V? Well, it's because in a plug flow reactor, the composition of the fluid varies from point to point along a flow path. And hence, the material balance for a reaction component must be made for a differential element of volume dV, not the entire reactor at once. Alright, now, let's write the general material balance equation. So, material balance equation can be written as input of A to dV in moles per unit time is equal to output of A from dV in moles per time plus rate of disappearance of A by reaction within dV in moles per unit time plus rate of accumulation of A within dV in moles per unit time. But now for steady state operation, the rate of accumulation term is 0 because in plug flow reactor, conditions don't change with time. Hence the fourth term of above equation is 0. Therefore, the above equation can be written as input of A to dV in moles per unit time is equal to output of A from dV in moles per time plus rate of disappearance of A by reaction within dV in moles per unit time. Now, to derive design equation for plug flow reactor, first we have to calculate value of each term of equation 1. Hence, let's calculate the value of each term of equation 1 for a differential element of volume dV so that we can derive the design equation. So first let's calculate first term, that is input of A to dV in moles per unit time. So from figure, we can see the input of A to the reactor volume dV is Fa. Hence we get input of A to dV in moles per unit time is equal to Fa. Similarly, let's calculate second term, that is output of A from dV in moles per unit time. So from figure we can see that output of A from dV is Fa plus dFa. Hence we get output of A to dV in moles per unit time is equal to Fa plus dFa. Now let's calculate third term, that is rate of disappearance of A by reaction within dV in moles per unit time. So we already know that rate of disappearance of A by reaction for reactor volume V can be written as minus Ra into V. But here we are considering a differential element of volume dV. Hence we get rate of disappearance of A by reaction within dV in moles per unit time is equal to minus Ra into dV, where minus Ra is nothing but moles of A reacting divided by time into volume of fluid, and dV is volume of element. Now, let's substitute value of these three terms into the material balance equation number 1. So after putting all these value in equation 1, we get Fa is equal to Fa plus dFa plus minus Ra into dV. Now, let's simplify this equation. But we know that the molar flow rate of A, that is, Fa, can be written in terms of conversion as Fa is equal to Fa0 into 1 minus Xa. Now let's differentiate above equation from both sides to calculate dFA, which can substitute in equation 2, and then we can easily derive the design equation. So after differentiating above equation both sides, we get dFA is equal to d of Fa0 into 1 minus Xa. So after solving this equation, we get. Then, after applying differentiating formula, we get dFA is equal to minus Fa0 into dXA. Now, let's substitute this value of dFA into equation number 2. So after substituting value of dFA from equation 3 to equation 2 becomes. After simplifying and rearranging the terms, we get Fa0 into dXA is equal to minus Ra into dV. This is basic differential form of the design equation for PFR. It shows the relationship between conversion, reaction rate, and volume element. But to find the overall reactor performance, we need to integrate the equation for the entire reactor. Hence let's integrate this equation within the limit. At V is equal to 0, Xa is equal to 0. And at V is equal to V, Xa is equal to Xaf. So to integrate the equation number 4, first let's rearrange the terms accordingly, we get. Then after applying integration to equation 5 within the specified limits, we obtain integration from 0 to V, dV by Fa0 is equal to integration from 0 to Xaf, dXa divided by minus Ra. But as we know, in equation number 6, Fa0 is constant, but minus Ra certainly depends upon the concentration or conversion. Hence after applying integrating formula to left side, keeping Fa0 constant, we get. After applying limit, we get. After solving it, we get. V by Fa0 is equal to integration from 0 to Xaf, dXa divided by minus Ra. This is the design equation for a plug flow reactor in basic differential integral form. This equation relates reactor volume V to the feed rate Fa0, the rate of reaction, and the desired conversion. From this equation we can calculate how large the reactor must be required for particular conversion of reactant A. So as we have design equation for PFR in term of conversion. Now, let's write this equation in term of space-time, which is represented by tau, where space-time or tau is the time required to process one reactor volume of feed. Hence the formula for tau is equal to V by V0. Then we know that the formula for Fa0 in term of concentration as Fa0 is equal to Ca0 into V0. Now, first let's put the value of Fa0 in the equation 7, so we get. Now let's put the tau in the place of V by V0 in this equation. So we get. So after adjusting the term, we get. Tau is equal to V by V0 is equal to V by Fa0 into Ca0 is equal to Ca0 into integration from 0 to Xaf, dXa divided by minus Ra. This equation shows the performance equation for plug flow reactor for any epsilon A. With this equation we can determine reactor size for given feed rate and conversion. Now, let's take a special case. If the feed entering the reactor is already partially converted, that means the reaction has already started before entering the reactor, so the conversion inside the reactor is measured based on that partially converted feed. And hence in that case, the integration limits of conversion will be changed. Therefore we can write equation as V by Fa0 is equal to integration of Xai to Xaf, dXa divided by minus Ra. This equation can also be written as tau is equal to V by V0 is equal to Ca0 into integration from Xai to Xaf, dXa divided by minus Ra, where Xai is the conversion of A at inlet and Xaf is conversion of A at outlet of reactor. In this way, we get design equation for PFR in terms of conversion. Now let's derive design equation in terms of concentration. So, to obtain design equation in terms of concentration, we will substitute the value of conversion in term of concentration in design equation of PFR, and then after changing the limit accordingly, we get design equation in terms of concentration. So as we know, concentration in terms of conversion can be written as Ca is equal to Ca0 into 1 minus Xa. Now let's find the equation for Xa from this equation. From this equation, Xa can be written as Xa is equal to 1 minus Ca divided by Ca0. Now, let's differentiate this equation from both sides to get the value of dxa. So after differentiating both sides, we get. Now we will also need to change the limit of integration, because we are switching the variable from conversion Xa to concentration Ca. Hence, let's calculate limit. So when Xa is equal to 0, Ca will be Ca0. And when Xa equal to Xaf, Ca will be Caf. We can calculate this value from equation number 10. Now let's put the value of dxa in the design equation in terms of conversion, and also let's change the limit accordingly. So as we already have design equation number 8 in terms of conversion as. Then after putting the value of dxa in this equation and changing the limit, we get. After simplifying the equation, we get. But as we know, Fa0 is equal to Ca0 into V0. From this we get V0 is equal to Fa0 divided by Ca0. Hence we get the final equation as tau is equal to V by V0 is equal to Vca0 divided by Fa0 is equal to minus integration from Ca0 to Caf dCA divided by minus Ra. So, this is the performance equation for a plug flow reactor in terms of concentration, which can also be used to determine reactor size or time. So in this way, we get design equation for plug flow reactor in terms of conversion and concentration as. Now, let's understand this equation graphically. In the first graph, on the y-axis we have minus 1 by Ra, which represents the inverse of the reaction rate, and on the x-axis, we have the conversion of reactant A, Xa. The curve shows how the reaction rate changes with conversion. As conversion increases, the rate generally decreases, so the value of minus 1 by Ra increases, and hence the curve moves upward. Now, according to our derived equation number 8, the area under this curve represents the reactor volume per unit molar feed rate. So, the shaded region gives area under the curve between Xa is equal to 0 and Xa is equal to Xaf, represents V by Fa0, that is, the reactor volume per unit molar feed rate. In the second graph, we represent the same equation but in terms of concentration. Here, on the x-axis we have Ca, and on the y-axis again we have minus 1 by Ra. Here, as the reaction proceeds, the concentration of it decreases from Ca0 to Caf, and the shape of the curve is reversed, compared to the previous one. Again, according to the equation number 12, similarly, the area under the curve represents the reactor volume. So, both graphs mean the same thing. The area under the minus 1 by Ra curve gives the reactor volume required to achieve the desired conversion. So that's how we derive and interpret the design equation for a plug flow reactor, both mathematically and graphically. If you found this explanation helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to Chemical Adda, and share it with your classmate. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.